Somebody let me know if they can hear me. Yep. Okay, good. All right, let me try to get Reggie in now. Because I've wasted probably like 10 minutes, 9 minutes of your guys' time. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Sorry, Reggie, when I was on earlier, my mic was not working. I did not realize until like 5 minutes in.
Okay. Coach Dog was attacking you or something.
Solo Johnson. Okay, good. Robbie Blue, thanks for joining. Damian Parker. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm trying to get Reggie in. Like, I see him come in the lobby and then he leaves and then he comes back. So I think he's having problems connecting his mic too. So hopefully we can get it situated.
Okay. Can you hear me, John?
Are you in, Reggie?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
No. Yes.
No.
All right. Let's see. Appreciate that.
Can you hear me, John?
DL 757. James Dixon, thank you for joining all the way in New Zealand. Hope everything is good with you. Reggie, can you hear me or no? No. Okay. Oh yeah, Diddy. Sounds like Reggie's outside. The wind. Oh, might be a fan or something.
How about now? Can you hear me?
I'll mute you, Reggie. I'm gonna boot you, Reggie. Try to come back. Move. Okay. Try to come back if you can. I had problems connecting to Reggie. If you can hear me. Try again. I had issues too. Okay. Maurice H., one of our members, thanks for joining and coming in the live stream. We're going through some technical problems right now, but we're trying to get it all worked out. So, sounds like someone is riding a bike. Does it still sound like now? Or okay, Reggie's joining, so it may sound like that. Hold on, let's see.
How about
Reggie,
now? Can you hear me? Hello, John? No, nothing.
I can hear you, but it sounds like you got a fan blowing directly on your phone.
Well, y'all can hear me, right?
They're saying it sounds like you're outside in the desert.
That's
I'm telling you, it's constant. You'll hear on the replay. Go ahead and do it. You'll hear on the replay.
All right. Well, I'm good. How y'all can hear me? I ain't dying for y'all.
Yep, there you go.
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all complaining about the fan, but
okay, well then get over it. Shit.
Okay.
So what's going on?
I was just going to talk to you about the Diddy thing.
Okay.
Oh, he's already busted.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
I thought he was changed. Remember, he told the court he was changed, man, and
you say any of that to get out.
Yeah.
But so what it is Pruno, y'all. Yeah, y'all done heard of the homemade drinks they be getting in prison. I don't know what's going on because I wouldn't be surprised if he gets shipped out because usually they kick you out of the RDAP program when you get caught with stuff like that if he's already in the program like they reported.
Mm-hmm.
But that would mess up his chance of getting into the RDAP program. So it's gonna be interesting how they play it. Diddy probably don't give a fuck no way though, because Pardon gonna give either commute a sentence. I think he gonna commute a sentence real soon, sometime first of next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, he went back and did Darryl Strawberry today, the baseball player. Yeah, Darryl had got in trouble a few years ago or something, and he gave him a clean record for whatever reason.
Huh.
Yeah, so. Yeah. But yeah, generally in the RDAP program, it's really kind of strict. So it's going to be interesting to see how the counselors deal with that. Because That's like a special program to get into. And there's a lot of people on the waiting list to get into the RDAP program. Guys be waiting for that for years to get on into that program because it gets you a year off your time and it gets you guarantee. I heard someone report recently that it's up to a year now of halfway house. When I was in there, it was only 6 months of guaranteed halfway house, which is big, a year and a half off your sentence. So yeah, I mean, I the people that should be disappointed at is the people that gave it to him.
Yeah.
They supposed to be watching out for Diddy, They supposed to be rooting for Diddy to come home. Usually the black card usually look out for you like that. So whatever dude gave that to him, uh, yeah, he should be ashamed of himself for messing him up like that. But I guess you got to take responsibility for yourself. You got to be an adult. Diddy had a year, which I told y'all he was in there. Especially at NBC or wherever they call that out there in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
And he was still getting access to that stuff.
Yeah.
Because you have crooked guards, you got people straight from the street, all of that, and bringing that stuff in there.
When
Joe
you were in
Strawberry
bed-
is a New York legend. I understand Trump.
Sorry.
Well, he's actually a LA legend, Solo. He's actually from LA, went to high school in LA and all of that. But yeah, who knows what Daryl Strawberry and Trump relationship was back in the day. Yeah. Actually, Monique said it's hard doing without your vice. Yeah. He's supposed to be able to, he's not facing that much time. And to get a year wrapped off,
Mhm.
knowing that you only probably have 30 months on that year, you're supposed to be able to deal with that. Yeah. He said he could be getting extorted. Yeah, it's about 4 or 5 dudes that he's promising you to look out for. You don't have to look out for the whole prison. I'm sure it's about 4 or 5 dudes in there that waiting in line to take care of you and to look out for him. Okay, I just know he played for he played for the Mets. Oh, he played for the Yankees too. I don't remember Strawberry playing for the Yankees, but I guess so. But he ended up with the Dodgers too. Yeah. Say Strawberry grew up in Crenshaw. I thought it was Fremont High he went to. I have to look that up. I could have sworn it was Fremont High that Joe Strawberry graduated from. Reggie, if you had the world in one hand and a gun in the other, if you had the world in one hand and the gun in the other, which one would you use?
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I never want to use a gun. Gun is always the last option for anything. I don't even play with guns. I don't even pull guns out unless you want to use it. I used to laugh at guys that be pulling out guns to show, to brandish. I used to tell my friends that all the time, nigga, don't pull that gun out unless you're ready to use it. But yeah.
When you were in the feds, did you hear of, because I know you were in the camp part where people
Nigga.
People had stuff in the camp?
Man, those niggas was snorting.
Mm.
I tell you, they used to sneak off and go get pussy. We had a big old airfield at Atwater.
Okay.
Maybe you could pull it up and show it. It was the prison camp, Atwater prison camp. And it's a big old Air Force base where they practice landing and stuff like that, the government.
Like this?
And so they used to run across that lot, go out the gate and run across that lot. And the girls be parked on a little street in a car. And we kind of knew when the guards, because you have cool guards. They'll tell you, all right, you motherfuckers, y'all better be back here. Well, I'm coming back at 11 o'clock to do another count.
Damn.
Because it costs them a lot of paperwork when their count is off.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you. But man, those niggas used to go. I remember when the Popeye chicken sandwiches came out.
Uh-huh.
Man, we had chicks bringing Popeye's chicken sandwiches up there. We used to thought that was like we thought we had gold.
Yeah.
I remember my last week there, I had my father-in-law make a bunch of gumbo.
Mhm.
And one of my boys ran out there, met up with somebody, and got the gumbo. Those niggas was bringing all type of shit in there. I wouldn't be surprised those niggas had a gun in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember my first night. So y'all know I went in October the 24th or the 23rd.
Mhm.
We got woke up on New Year's Eve of that year. So that would have been 2019 going into 2020. And they did breath tests on us. Breathalyzers. Those niggas was in there drinking, celebrating New Year's Eve for whatever reason. I guess a year down on their sentence or whatever. Shit, about 6 motherfuckers got breath tests, got dirty tests, or blew in the breathalyzer and was considered drunk. Shit, they got shipped. They got shipped straight to a low after that. So that's why I don't know why. Puffy, I wouldn't be surprised, y'all, if the test come back and it comes back dirty.
Mhm.
Puffy might have fucked up, y'all. He might be going to a medium
Mm.
because it's all based on your points, and they generally used to will put you in what they call ACSAD, which is administrative segregation.
Okay.
We call it ACSAD, and I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if he's in the hole if the reports is true, and then you go and meet with the camp counselor or the counselor. I forget what they used to call them, CS, some type of counselors they used to call them.
Mhm.
And then they the one determine they raise your points up, and it's just based on your points. And he can go to a medium. Puffy might have fucked up doing that, y'all.
Yeah. Is
'Cause
he
he
in the
might have.
camp now? Do we know that?
No, he's
in-
not in the count.
Okay.
Sex offenders,
They can't go.
sex,
Yeah.
sex offenders can go. The lowest they can go is a low. Is a low. He couldn't go to a count.
Gotcha.
He
Only
would
that
have been.
girl that Trump got the max
Well,
vote.
that was the first person that ever did that. Well, that's some unheard shit.
Yeah.
And you usually have to have under 10 years. He's the first person we know of
Mhm.
publicly. But they be hiding a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They be hiding a lot of motherfuckers. So
Mm.
you never know. But generally everybody have under 10 years and no sex crimes. Or what they call in there chomos. Can't have no type of chomo allegations. And the lowest they can go is a low. That's why it's usually a lot of rats at the lows. Lows is kind of the worst place to be
Mhm.
because it's a lot of rats and child molesters at the lows.
Damn.
If y'all know somebody that was stuck at a low for a long time,
Mhm.
he's either a snitch or got some type of domestic violence or a child molester. It's generally guys get stuck at lows or have more than 10 years left on their sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Reggie, did you hear about the Diddy story regarding Biggie's shirt? No, I didn't. I didn't hear that one. Well, listen to this. No, I didn't hear that one. I was in prison with his brother Ronnie Strawberry. Okay. Was Ronnie was that the cop? The one that the ex-cop, Ty Jacks? Because Daryl had a brother that was a cop. That was used to be LAPD. Remember, he got shot during the riots. A radio, big time, a lady that worked with Steve Harvey. Her name was Shirley Strawberry. Y'all remember Shirley Strawberry? She used to work for the Beat in LA coming up.
Mm.
And she was married to one of Daryl Strawberry brothers. Yeah. Man, it's insane and gross. You have it. Look it up. Okay. John, if you get a chance, he said something
Yeah.
interesting.
Diddy Biggie shirt. Let's see. Peace lawsuit
When I
coming
first
to
got out, I had difficulty getting used to non-prison food. Yeah. Yeah, didn't we used to live for those Wednesdays? Don't you remember cheeseburger and french fry days? See, we was at a camp, so we used to get to cook our own food pretty much. We had certain guys that cook, so we could control the cooks. And we were cool. We used to eat pretty good in there, to be honest. Yeah, chicken day. The only day, even we had a dude named Big Wimp. Big Wimp. He was actually from the East Coast. He was a big, about 400-pound dude, but he was big. But Big Wimp used to cook. He'd make that lasagna up real nice because you had a lasagna day and salad. Only days I really didn't like was the little fish patty days on Fridays. They usually give you one good meal a day because these are the times you eat. I never went to breakfast. But usually breakfast, all they give you is cereal and milk. Only days I would go to the breakfast line because we used to make banana puddings in there when I had to go and get some bananas. And for the banana pudding, because they used to be cheap on giving the bananas out. So we'll be going to try to save bananas. But I very rarely went to breakfast. But you'll eat lunch at I think 10 o'clock or 10:30. And then you eat dinner at 4 o'clock. So that's why commissary was big. Because about 7 or 8 o'clock, that's when you really eating your macaronis, what they used to call those things. I didn't like them.
Like ramen noodles?
Something like little fish, look like little sardines. They
Oh.
call them macaroni, some type of mac or something. I forget the name of them, but my silly, they used to like it. They used to fry the rice up, and then they mix it in with the macaronis or something they used to call them. I forgot the name of them. Mac or something. They put those in there. It was real fishy, so I didn't really care for them. But me and the dude that ran the kitchen was real cool, so I usually always had leftovers from kitchen, being cheap. We used to get a beef day about once every 2 weeks. And man, I used to live for those beef days. We used to get some good beef. Then we make some burritos or something. But I was kind of cool with the paisas too, so and they kind of ran the kitchen too. So at our prison, the black had 3 days of cooking, and then the Mexican had 4 days. But I was cool with both sides. Jacamax, is that what they call them? There go Johnny Coop got it. Mackerels or some shit like that. Yeah. Yeah, the fish. Yeah. Oh yeah. What up? Yeah, my boy Mogo Giant. Yeah, you know about those fish patties, huh? Yeah. We in the fish patties. That was a bad day on Friday. Yeah, Fridays was a bad meal. But usually I would have chicken because Thursday was chicken day, and I would have some chicken left over from the day before. I tell y'all seen how I came home from prison. I remember when I walked in my house, my son looked at me and was like, damn, I thought when you go to jail, you come home skinny. Yeah. Rumor has that the Pyrus only use paprika for their seasoning. Yeah, I didn't know nothing about that. Okay. Mackerels, yeah. So don't forget, don't be surprised if Diddy y'all gets sent to a medium, y'all. And now that's when the politics kick in. And he gonna hate that. So I think they probably just waiting to do a test on him. They probably took his urine from him. Or because they probably didn't have a breathalyzer. And they probably waiting for his urine to come back. So
if he was in that RGAP program, will he get kicked? Would he?
Oh, definitely. Out? If you get caught using drugs in the RGAP program. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he definitely, and that's trust me, that's a year and a half off of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never seen mackerels on the streets. Mackerels. But in there they were big. We used to gamble with those and everything. You get a little package of them, and they were like $1.99, I think, at the store.
Uh-huh.
$2. And we used to gamble with those a lot because you could buy a lot of them. And everybody wanted the max. We used to gamble with those a lot. What else? What was like $5? $5 stuff was good. Oh, a 12-pack of sodas. Those were good because they were like $6 or something like that.
Uh-huh.
The prices in prison wasn't that high, to be honest. They don't really try to get you. Stuff is, it's not as big as a version that you get on the streets. But 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 they didn't hit you up for the price too much. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
What you think about New York electing a communist mayor? Well, they say he's a socialist mayor, but they used to call Dr. King a communist. Do y'all think Dr. King was a communist? So, but they say he's a socialist. I think we call ourselves a capitalist country,
Mhm.
but for all the government stuff and the way everybody crying right now, I think we really are socialists.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's a communist. I think that's a little extreme. He seemed to like black people. Most Jewish people do. Y'all see him up there rapping and partying with the blacks. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know much about New York yet. I got to worry about Riverside. I don't even worry about LA. I got to worry about shit going on in Riverside or Corona. Corona is mad. The city I live in.
Uh-huh.
That's one of those cities that kind of like have a lot of Republicans in it.
Mhm.
And they making it Democrats. They making that area. So the guy, Ken Calvert is his name. He is pissed. He's a Republican
Uh-huh.
that wins the Corona area.
Yeah.
And they moving it around where he may lose Ken Calvert.
Oh, yeah.
And so it may be a Democrat might beat him out.
Mm.
So people in Corona was a little mad.
Yeah.
I'm one of those that I don't like when you have a president that have have the Congress and have and I don't care which party it is.
Yeah.
And then the Senate, and you got the Senate and the Congress.
Yeah.
I like if you got a Republican president, then I want at least a Senate, Congress. I mean, a Democratic Congress or Democratic senators,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the second midterm is going to change that shit around. Y'all Democrats about to rule, and then Trump not going to be able to do all the crazy shit he's doing. Only thing I don't like about Trump is that he's played that king role, y'all. He's trying to be a king. And I just wish he would do stuff well, I ain't gonna talk about politics with y'all. But other than that, I don't really have a major problem with Trump. I just don't like how I guess he like me. My way or no way. I guess we all got that in
passed out in his office and he just stood there. Do you see where that guy passed out in his office today or yesterday?
Yeah, what would you do? I ain't going to get no motherfucker no CPR.
He just stood there, though. He just stood there behind his desk and looked for
He got Dr. Oz sitting right there. Shit. Yeah. I bet you Dr. Oz didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah.
Dr. Oz probably ain't been in no goddamn going on. But then did you see where they show Obama how when that little girl's about to pass out?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever been on Gage Avenue? I played when junior high school. I went to Hostler Junior High School, and we played Gage Junior High School in basketball. So I don't know what street Gage was on, but yeah, I remember playing Gage. Gage, you must be a Mexican, Jason. That was pretty a Mexican area, as I remember. He should have gotten way more time. You talking about Diddy? Diddy should have got way more time than what we thought he did. Diddy shouldn't have got way more time for what they convicted him of. It's just the things that we heard that and we thought that he did, then I would agree with you. But having sex with a man and a woman or being weird in the bedroom, not a crime. Big backs, I do believe Trump going to eventually pardon. Well, y'all going to learn the difference between pardon and commute. And I think he's going to commute. He's going to commute Diddy sometime in 2026. What Super Bowl did you and Suge attend? The one in Miami. Well, we attend too. That I remember was Suge. 95 when it was in Miami. I think it was Pittsburgh and I think it was one of your, no, it was Dallas because I remember Dion was there. So Dallas and was it Dallas and Pittsburgh? Might have been Dallas and Pittsburgh. But 95 in the year 96, Tupac wasn't there yet.
It says 49ers and Chargers.
Oh, was it 49ers? I wonder what Dion, maybe was Dion on the 49ers? No, he was on Dallas. I remember Dion because Dion had a basketball game that we went to, a celebrity basketball game. Was Deion Sanders
Hard Rock Stadium? Does that sound right?
Huh?
Hard Rock Stadium?
Yeah. That's in Florida.
Okay. Yeah, that's Miami. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we went to that one. Then we went the next year. Tupac didn't go. That was one time when Tupac didn't want to go. He had just got a big screen TV.
That one was the Cowboys and Steelers, Reggie, 96.
That was 96. Okay, so
yeah.
That was Cowboy. Okay. Yeah, that was in Arizona. It was in Arizona.
Yeah.
So those are two we went to.
But he went to. Tupac didn't want to go because he's just got a big.
He had just big screen TVs, Lorian, and he had just got a big screen TV, and he sat back at the not at the house, at the penthouse, and he stayed there and watched it at the house at the penthouse. So he probably had a Super Bowl party or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see. Actually, let's see what else we need to talk about. Dion was a 49er then. Okay, so that's why. Okay. So Dion was in the 95 one and the 96 one then. Okay. He was as a 49er and then as a Cowboy then. I knew we saw Dion there. I remember he had like a basketball game. And we went to the celebrity basketball game that Friday. Yeah. Okay. Did Pac have gigs in Europe that you knew of? Not while he was with us. They were about to do something. Sharita had some big tour about playing. I always thought it was Japan. But Sharita had something planned for Pac that he was supposed to went to. And as y'all saw, David Kenner got him approved to go to Italy out on appeal bond.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they would have been able to make it happen. It was something that was supposed to happen in Japan, as I remember, though. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else. So we just came on, y'all. We ain't gonna take up too much of y'all time. Just to shoot the shit. I really want to ask some questions because I know I've been letting Gap Tooth put out bullshit. Let me just let y'all know. Me and John ain't trying to hide nothing. We was trying to hide something. For those of y'all that listen to Gap Tooth, we would pull the videos down. He wouldn't be able to get to it. I just hate motherfuckers using our content on their channel. Showing my face on their channel.
Yeah.
And so that's the only reason we strike it. We know if you don't copyright it or do whatever you're supposed to do, which we done learned how to do, So we are going to start doing. There's a way to do it. But we know the video will be back up in 10 days. So when that Gap 2 t-shirt hanging broke, motherfucker come out, this was what we trying to hide. Man, I ain't got shit to hide. I ain't got shit to hide. Especially on no Tupac stuff. So y'all stop going over there giving that nigga views because he said he got breaking news. Reggie and John is trying to hide this. This is bomb. Man, if I was trying to hide it, it would have been taken down. Been taken down. So that's all I'm gonna say about the clown. Okay, Johnny Coop say Dion was in San Francisco for one season, 94, and he was in Dallas from 95
to 99.
So maybe it was the 94-95 season. It was the 95 Super Bowl. So he probably was in Frisco. So the Super Bowl, I bet, happened in 95, though, is what I'm saying. And I know Dion definitely was there. But I think the one where we went at the basketball court was the Dallas one. I think that was in Miami. I think that was in Miami when we went to the celebrity game that he had. Let's get into the Benton game. Yeah. I don't know who that person name is. Reggie, you thought on LeBron and the Lakers. Yeah, the Lakers been looking good, huh? Without LeBron, y'all think he gonna hold up the ball? I don't know. I think we still gonna need LeBron for the playoffs. A lot of people like to see LeBron get traded. I think you still need those thoroughbreds. I go to the racetrack, so I know about cheap horses. Cheap horses run and run. They run out the gate. They run out the gate. But those thoroughbreds walk them down, boy, at the end. And they always win. That's a perfect example. Y'all see how the Milwaukee Brewers this year in baseball was. Winning all those games, doing all of that. Dodgers came and took care of them easily. Toronto, they just couldn't close it. Dodgers was closers because they got all those big names, all that big money out there. So I'm not wanting to say let's get rid of LeBron yet. Unless you can get a lot of assets, a lot of different players, and he can go somewhere where that might be in the championship just to help him get his fifth ring. Yeah.
He hasn't played this year, right? He's still injured?
No, he's supposed to be here out for the first 3 weeks of the season.
Okay.
Nobody will trade for a 41. Well, some teams be wanting to close that gap. And LeBron bringing a lot of revenue. LeBron sell a lot of jerseys.
Yeah.
And
So
y'all see why the Lakers always on TV. Yep. They ain't on TV to watch Austin Reeves. They got all those national games for LeBron James. Yeah. Reggie, when is Mount first going to start taping again? I don't know. I've really been waiting for some good content to come out to talk about. Nothing really been going on in the YouTube streets, but y'all want to hear about Christian Rock and Blueface? Or y'all want to hear about Big U, Big U son getting unalive? That's all that's been going on. Mm-hmm. So that's why I elected and told John, hey, let's just throw some old videos of me telling old Death Row stories for people that hadn't heard it. And, a year ago, this time we only had 100,000 subs. We had just got a plat about a year ago for 100,000 subs. Mm-hmm. We had 157 now. So it's 57,000 of y'all that really never heard the stories, the Death Row stories that I told. But that's a good point. We'll start doing something at least by the December the 1st. Guarantee y'all. I know I've been promising it that. And I can't say if something come up good, we're going to, trust me, we're going to make a video.
Yeah.
It's just, to be honest, I don't want to be, repeating the same old stories. Y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all really don't. So we just hoping you missed a video where we told some death row stories and you catch it, or really to people could hear it again and be like, oh, this is how Reggie really was talking back in the day. He wasn't talking all that I'm the tough guy, rah bullshit, But that's what I really got tired of, saying like I'm this tough guy and all of that. Had to respond and argue with everybody. That shit gets old, y'all. Ain't nobody that tough. Everybody can be touched. So I just want to tell my truth. And hopefully y'all hear the truth,
Mhm.
You and your family are in my prayers, Reggie. Well, thank you. Thank you. Salute you and John for doing and giving us all these stories of the 90s. You guys was on top of the world, like I wrote, on top of big influence over here in Switzerland and rest of Europe. Respect. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Nobody will trade for, okay, Johnny. Johnny Coupe, my boy LeBron. Reggie, why wasn't the Toss It Up beach video used versus the reshoot official release one? They were drunk. They all got drunk. There was too much alcohol on the set. That was a chaotic set. Y'all look at them, Suge and Pac and all of them, y'all can see that they were drunk. Okay, JoJo. Yeah, that was a big waste of money. Reggie, your thoughts on LeBron? Okay, I'm just going back over. So that's why that didn't happen. Hey, Reggie, did Suge ever get caught drunk or high in jail like Diddy? He never got caught, to my knowledge. Suge never got disciplined for anything like that. But we got him drunk one time. I remember one time. See, we wasn't see Suge is not a druggie or anything like that. Well, he wasn't in the 90s and the early 2000s. Once he started hanging around P.D. Pablo, that was a different story. But he wasn't he didn't have no drug addiction in the 90s and stuff like that. Other than, he smoked a lot of weed. But then when they were testing him, that's why he went to the cigars. So he got away from he had to give up the marijuana while he was on probation and all of that. So he stopped that like in 94 or something like that. But Keita Rock, this dude named Keita Rock from 60s was working with us. And so there used to be the steakhouse that I used to go to every Saturday night while I was up there. It was called Hungry Hunters. Hunters. It was Hungry Hunters. But it was like one of the best spots for me out in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would take whoever that came up with me that night was Stan, his girlfriend that was going to see him that Sunday. She liked Hungry Hunters and all of that. So when I picked her up from the airport, we would go there and eat there. So one day we got some plastic bags and we got steak and lobster, and we had Keita Rock. We went and got some Hennessy and poured it in some plastic bags, and we stuck it in the prison. And that nigga got drunk as a motherfucker in the prison, drinking. He was mixing it with that soda and stuff. And he got drunk. I'm surprised he started laughing and giggling and dropping stuff. And I was like, oh, man. And he got drunk in the visitor room. But that's the only time I can ever think that he probably got in trouble or did something like that in prison. But once again, I'll say Suge was not a druggie, one for drugs or anything like that in the 90s or early 2000s. He started popping pills later and snorting. Well, who wouldn't have started doing that? All the bullshit he had to go through with getting his company taken the way he did and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shout out Key Rock. Key Rock should be coming home real soon. If you haven't gotten in trouble. I remember we used to always say 2026 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like Key Rock should be coming home. So I can see Key Rock being on the streets real soon.
What was he in for? What was Key Rock in for?
Key Rock when he either attempted murder or murder.
Damn.
In Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, Key Rock was a writer. Key Rock was a writer. His son doing pretty good. He had Roddy Rich. He was managing Roddy Rich. That was a little G. Key Rock raised his son like a little G boy. But he was managing Roddy Rich. And then I heard he was had an A&R job over at Atlantic Records or something like that.
Huh.
Well, I heard little Key Rock was doing good for herself. I always like that.
Reggie, what are your thoughts on all the Tupac AI stuff that's on the internet right now?
Kind of conflicted.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't like it. I'm not as mad at it as a lot of y'all. I don't know if I like new songs because it's not stuff that he wrote.
Uh-huh.
But the old songs, when they put an AI to it and stuff like that, or telling a story, like they'd take a story and make it into like an AI. I'm not mad at it, to be honest.
What about all the videos that people generate where it's him talking about, it's him currently or him doing, different stuff on Sesame Street and whatnot? What do you think about that stuff?
Yeah. I'm not mad at it, I'll be honest. I'm not mad at it. It's keeping his name alive, getting a new generation of people. I'm not mad at it, but who am I? I'm not part of the family, so they're the only ones that really have a say-so, in my opinion. I guess the fans do too, because y'all can reject it or accept it.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm not mad at it, just as long as it's not trying to rewrite things that he didn't actually say,
right?
Or songs that he didn't actually write. But if it's words that he used, say like some audio of him and Kevin Powell talking, and they adding it to it to bring on to make you understand the words that he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not mad. Who is Speedy? Speedy, I met through the realist. I don't remember Speedy when he was around Death Row. Speedy was always cool though. Had no problems with Speedy. But I met him through the realist when we had that True Dat Entertainment stuff going on. Like I guess it was right before when the BFM guys got arrested, 2005, 2006, something like that. We were doing some stuff at the studios when I remembered Speedy. So I don't remember Speedy. I remember seeing him and stuff like that, but that was how our relationship was more so in 2005, 2006. Mainly hanging out with the realists. I remember my boy Bob Gotti got on his head one time because he killed cousin, and Gotti had to get on him for being respectful for keep using the word cuz. And Bobby kind of checked him a little bit. But Speedy was always cool. Come off like you do in the video. Always cool. Y'all remember Charles Oakley? He over there, man. Charles Oakley is tougher than everybody, huh? How y'all been liking the things Art been pulling out lately? I like the interview he got with Omar Goodings with the brother. And I like the interview with somebody else. Well, I haven't really got into the other two. But Charles Oakley think he's the toughest motherfucker around. I got a story on Charles Oakley. I might put together, do some research and tell, because he did something to one of those players in New York. And then when he had to come to LA, there was a player on the Clippers. Any of y'all remember it? Y'all can look it up. He got into it with a player on the Clippers. And they told him he better not come to LA. And I remember he had to hire my boy Shaheed Muhammad from the Nation of Islam and stuff to be a security when he came to LA to play against the Clippers. So yeah, I might research and tell that story. But other than that, I just think he's too tough. Yeah. Well, other than that, he been giving some insights. Yeah. Who was it that he got into it for the Clippers? Damn. Yeah. Yeah, he
Who
take
was
up
that
with
guy in the Clippers that was on the Two Gangsters for Radio CD? That was
Key Cloth. No, it wasn't
Yeah.
Key Cloth though.
yeah, but that was way later, right?
I might have been around that time,
Okay.
but I don't think Key Cloth. I don't think he would have. For some reason, I don't think it was Key Cloth. Key Cloth ran with those two Pacoima boys. He ran with them.
Okay.
Mhm. Oh no! No! The Pacoima boys jumped his ass. They the one whooped on his ass. That's what it was. The Pacoima boys the one jumped on his ass outside the Century Club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. But the Judge Mathis and Joe Brown beef was funny. Yeah, that was funny. I don't like Judge Joe Brown, to be honest. Him and Dr. Omar too, I can't get into. Dr. Omar is very smart, but there's something about Dr. Omar. I guess I'm not as black as he is. I'm not as black power as he is. But Judge Joe Brown is an old. Sometimes it's people when you get to know them too much, kind of lose a lot of respect for him. Because when he was on the bench, I liked how he used to rule from the bench. But the way he talk about people and stuff, yeah, I wasn't a big Judge Joe Brown. Did y'all see how y'all ever go get a chance to pick up how Judge Judy, the guy that used to be her bailiff for the longest. Him and Judge Judy fell out. Yeah, he don't have good words about him. Yeah. I actually say he's been a liar since I was in college. You talking about Judge Joe Brown or Omar?
You're talking about Dr. Umar. Could be wrong, though. Could be wrong.
Yeah.
Just because Johnny Coop said Umar is a scammer, and then those comments.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I don't know.
Reggie, have you ever been back to Flamingo and Koval? I rolled past it. There's a Popeyes chicken that they built not down the street. And a couple of times when I went to Vegas, I went to that Popeyes chicken and I rolled past it. And that was probably the only time I went there because I don't even think after the shooting happened or when the shooting happened, I went there. And so, yeah. But now, that's a popular area. So I rode past it going, there's a Popeyes chicken in that area. Yeah. Reggie, are you still doing PT? Yep. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays I go to PT. Hands hurting now from PT. Doing that, you know how they got the long bars? He made me about 100 times a day just pull myself up, down, up, down, up, down. My hands right now are killing me. From gripping it and pulling myself up and down, up and down. I got an issue. I'll be frank with y'all and tell y'all. One of my bottom lungs are closed from from being laid up for so long and all of that I'm trying to get back open. That's why a lot of times y'all hear when I was doing the videos, y'all can tell I was like getting out of breath and stuff like that and breathing a little hard. It was because my lungs was not open. So we're doing stuff now to get the lungs back open. So I'll be all right. That's what be killing me from my PT.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think Geno Smith needs? Yeah. I was disappointed that the Raiders gave him $33 million a year to be their quarterback. Especially when they had a chance to get that boy from New York. Now they're playing good. Since they knew Sanders wasn't the guy. There was a couple of the boy in the Titans. They could have got him. Oh no, that's not true. He went one. He went one. Somebody else, a couple of quarterbacks that they could have got. I understand the Shiloh thing. I totally understand that. He's too small in my opinion. Yeah, they could have got Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold playing for Seattle, huh? Y'all don't get caught up in this Denver thinking they're a great team. That game against the Raiders last night should show y'all that Denver is not it. Denver has played bums. Don't get caught up. Don't get on the Denver bandwagon, y'all. Yeah. Y'all saying the reason why Lakers not good because of the line? Yeah. I'm willing to give Pete Carroll 2 or 3 years, see what he do. Hey, shit, it's work just going to Raider games. That stadium was nice. And just to go to Vegas. Just to go to Vegas. Yeah. Reggie, in the past live, you mentioned Corrupt returned to death row in the early 2000s. Okay, yes. Because he owed some LA Street guys money. No? I didn't say that. He owed Suge some money.
Yeah.
Because Suge we had got a judgment on from the guys named Kenny and Lamont Broomfield from 60. They had took us to court and said that Corrupt was signed to them. And we when they were like 16 or 17 years old. And then we didn't honor that contract, and the jury awarded them a $10 million judgment, which eventually got knocked down to $4 million. And Suge had to pay. Yeah, well, that's when I had to refinance the building, the one I stole and all of that, yeah. But anyway, that's when I had to refinance the building, put the money in a trust account with the county of LA to file an appeal. Because if y'all don't know, what you got to do whenever you get a judgment is you got to put 1.5 times to file an appeal against them. So we had to put I think it was like $8 million I had to come up with to put in and sit over there in the LA County, in the county recorder's office. Even though they paid $300,000 a quarter on taxes. So that was saving us a lot, but yeah, that helped a lot. That 300,000, because that made us save, because we sure would have spent that $8 million if it was just in our hands. But that's when we sold an album, a Tupac album, and got a $3 or $4 million advance. I had got like a $3.5 million loan on the building, and then we had did something else for 2 Gangsta for Radio, the DVD. We had made like $1 million, and so we came up with that $8 million, put it in there, and then I left before when Suge finally, when they finally settled, and I think Suge, giving them like $2.5 or $3 million, the Broomfields, all of that money, and they just went on and settled it for the $3 or $4 million that the Broomfields got. And so that's what Suge felt like corrupt old money for that, and corrupt came back trying to help work that off. But Suge didn't care about that. He just wanted somebody, to be back around. That's all he really wanted.
Do you remember this, Reggie? It's the article that put up from April 2000. It says the rap group The Outlaws have filed a $4.5 million lawsuit against Death Row Records, its incarcerated chief, Marion Suge Knight, its distributor, Interscope, Suge Knight Films, and Suge Publishing. The suit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court cites 11 complaints, including breach of contract, unfair business practices, racketeering, and other charges that have become synonymous with Knight's professionalism. Death Row refused to release master recordings in retaliation for the Outlaws' refusal to enter into a separate agreement granting Suge Publishing interest in the compositions, reads the complaint by the group, which
Yeah.
You remember that? Do you remember this?
Yeah. So that's when there's two stories that y'all done heard about. And Mutal kind of talked about it. He said how he came up and told Suge he wanted off and all of that.
Yep.
And Suge told him, "Hey, I'll never do it." But he said, I mean, I really listened to that interview. Mutal said, "But we never got the release."
Right.
And they never got released. And so we never gave him the release. Because I think Suge told him he wanted a certain amount of money, $1 million or $2 million, something like that. But the Outlaws just took it like, because, I kicked them out of the house and all of that stuff. So they just took it like, oh, well, fuck it. We free agents.
Mm-hmm.
So they went to Jay Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Prince was supposed to do. I think they went to Jay Prince before us, though, to be honest, before they came back to us.
Okay.
And so they came back to us because we wanted to do the Tupac Still I Rise album.
Yes.
But we wouldn't let them do that, without being on Death Row.
Yeah.
So that's when they signed. That's when I gave them the contract and gave each one of them $25,000 each and signed them. Okay, so we did that. But that's when me and Edie, I think he did an interview where I told him, hey, you ain't got to sign the publishing agreement. But, y'all going to at least sign the artist thing. Y'all going to be artists on Death Row. We ain't got to take y'all publishing, though. So that's why I think Edie said he always had respect for me for doing that. But they filed that. That's when Suge came home in like 2002. That was kind of lingering.
Okay.
That's the time y'all hear where Mutal or somebody told some stories where they came up to the studio with Cleek Sloan and all of that.
Yes.
A big stretch, and there's an interview about that. And try to smash and all of that. And I think we all got it worked out then. That's what Mutal told me about Koch. Because me and Moo have always been cool. And that's when I reached out to Koch and got to deal with Koch. So it was during all of that,
Yeah.
But it all got worked out.
Yeah.
Why they Suge Knight Films? Because I don't remember putting them in.
Yeah, it says right here, it says blah, 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 the group. Okay. It says claims that Death Row and Knight instructed Interscope not to include the Outlaws in any promotional for the album Stellar Rise, including videos, radio, promotion, street marketing, and press. They also and that they are included that you included their performance in the video Death Row Uncut for Suge Knight Films without any authorization or
I did put something. What video did I put? Oh, probably Made Niggas.
House of Blues and Club 662.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think they were talking about Made Niggas. The Made Niggas. Yeah.
Yeah. Hit them up and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway. But we all got it worked out. It was worked out. Yeah. It never went nowhere. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have known that. I forgot that they even sued us, so I didn't know they filed.
I remember the reason I searched is I remember they sued over Death Row Uncut, but I didn't know they sued over the other stuff. But I guess when you do a lawsuit, you throw as much stuff as you can throw in there.
Yeah, I didn't remember that.
Yeah. Did Afeni have any problems with Death Row Uncut?
No.
Okay.
No, we was cool with Afeni after we got everything worked out. You see all the albums we did after that.
Oh yeah, I think Death Row Uncut was 99.
Okay.
And I guess you guys got to work
Yeah, we
out.
did Better Day. Shit, until the end of time, they come out till 99.
Well, no, better until the end of time was 2001.
Okay, that's what I
Better
meant
Days
after. I meant
2002.
after. That's my point.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
After.
That's my point, you know. So we continued to work with her after all of that. So
Yeah.
she wasn't tripping.
To be fair, though, when Suge, I know you weren't around at this time, but when Suge put out that remix album, the New Mix Classics,
Mhm.
I remember she sued over that.
No, that's what I'm talking about later, and that's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That's with Koch and stuff like that.
Right. Correct.
And that was just because it was done by Koch.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. That was 2004 because she only went to, and that was just Tom Wally pushing that.
Oh, okay.
Because Tom, they always just wanted stuff, even though Tom was at Warner Brothers then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was whoever was running Interscope pushing that.
Oh, okay.
But shit, Suge and the Feeney attorney ended up becoming good friends. Donald David.
Mm.
He's actually one of the investors that invested in that DVD. What was the name of that DVD? The one he was making, trying to when he was in the Fox building and all that.
Oh, yeah. Unfinished business.
Unfinished business.
Yeah.
He was one of the ones in that. Did the
Gotcha.
paperwork and has a small investment in that. And Donald Davis still to this day, he works for the estate, not Tom Wally. No, he works for the family.
Gotcha.
He works for the family attorney. He doesn't work. He's the one that's sued. Whatever happened to that? What's going on with that lawsuit? That shit is about 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, with the
Estate
Yeah.
and the family.
I haven't heard a word.
Yeah, been kind of quiet.
News about it. So
That one and the Lydia Harris one been kind of quiet.
yeah.
I've been working a deal with Cal Capone trying to get Lydia over there at Cal Capone News, so she might be popping up over there pretty soon.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. Lydia Harris is cool. I didn't know her. Didn't know much about her or anything, but talking to her recently, she's a cool chick.
Yeah.
She's not a bad person. Reggie, can you ask John if he's in the emo thug phase?
Jesus.
Reggie, how many girls that Suge have visiting him in prison at the time? He had two mainly that were just coming, but every now and then he'll have me come up with an excuse why. He have me have one of them go to my daughter's birthday party or Disneyland. we used to come up. We had Teresa Swan and my girl hanging out, going to Disneyland, taking the kids to Disneyland, doing stuff like that. Just, to sneak somebody up there. He always wanted to see Michelet. He was loving Michelet.
Yeah.
He was loving Michelet back then. I don't remember her missing too many days. But she was the one that got in to do the family visit, so I guess she was able to give him some pussy, so that's probably why he was still loving her. I guess he said he was getting pussy on the wall in the visitor room. And then me and his girl a tongue kiss on the way out is his latest lie. Which is crazy. Hey Reggie, it's Patty. Hey, what up, Patty? How you doing, girl? Long time no see. I still remember that stomach, Patty. Is Reggie a gatekeeper for Tupac insiders? Oh. Reggie, why do you think Snoop is not making things right financially with Danny Boy? Well, a lot of times people expect a lot more to happen than what than you're ready to do. I don't know. I don't want to piss Danny Boy off, but I really like Danny Boy. I just think, well, Danny has some obligations too that he was committed to. Yeah, I remember he had an album out on another label before he allegedly signed with Death Row, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, and it had kind of charted, remember?
Yeah.
So I'm sure that label not just gonna let him go. They probably wanted some money, and they probably couldn't come to agreement. So I don't know. I haven't talked to Danny, so I don't want to say. I haven't talked. I don't know the business that went down, but I think I did do a video telling him that shit wasn't gonna work because I told y'all about the label then, and I just know how this business works. Ain't nobody gonna give you no money. That's just like you buying a house, right? Hey, here's this house, and then somebody coming along and say, "Yeah, I want that house now. I want to buy that house." Well, you're gonna want to be compensated. You're not just gonna say, "Okay, all right, bye."
Yeah, you take it. Yeah.
You take it. You're gonna want to be compensated for that. And I honestly believe that's what went down, but I'm sure I'll be getting cussed out tomorrow. But that's what I believe happened. Yeah. That's right, Reggie. Six pack is great. Hope you're well. Yeah. I'm well, Patty. Thanks. I've been listening and watching. Just missing lives. Okay. Yeah, we haven't been doing too many lives. We just did a few lately. Been hoping to get some super chats, but nobody giving us no super chats tonight. So it's gonna be hard for me to get John to come and do these. I better start bribing him. Yeah, I wish Danny Boy would get his break though. I really do. I saw him post something on IG, and I bought some tickets. I'm going to that in February. I sure hope JoJo is okay. And I remember JoJo was letting Danny Boy was singing JoJo parts.
Mhm.
But I saw something on IG. I don't know if it was old or new, because I know Jodeci is back about to start touring,
Mhm.
and I'm hoping it's new, but I got a feeling it was old because Danny Boy put up on Instagram with him, rehearsing with Jodeci,
Oh, okay.
and I swear I hope it's new though. I hope they that, Casey got over what he wrote in the book about Mary J and letting Danny come back because Danny was doing good. I went and saw them about 7, 8 years ago, and Danny was working with him, and he was singing all the JoJo parts. JoJo was up there like Nilly Vanilli, and Danny was off to the right singing on JoJo parts. And so I really hope they give Danny an opportunity like that again. Yeah. Reggie with a Dodgers three-peat. That's a hard thing. That's gonna be hard, but I hope like hell. They got 6 pitchers coming back, especially if Bueller come back. Shout out to and rest in peace to Valsay and condolences to the Dodgers relief pitcher who he announced we knew something was going on, but he announced that his wife had lost her baby,
Mm.
and that's why he wasn't able to pitch during the World Series with Valsay. But I heard they picked up his contract, and they picked up my boy Muncie's contract. So they trying to keep the band together. So we'll see. Yeah, Suge has always been a tender dick. Yeah, those females controlling. What's the scoop on Snoop Dogg doing a song with Big Drake? You know that's just ghetto politics. I don't think Big Drake. You see, y'all be knowing stuff that we be knowing in 2006, 7, and 8. Big Dre and them name was kind of ringing around in Compton. From in the late 90s, but that was Compton. Snoop and them from Long Beach. I really don't believe Snoop knew that Big Dre had something to do with the murder of Tupac. I knew he knew that Big Dre was from Southside, but when he did that was like 2004. He got some street money. Who knows who set it up? But Big Dre name didn't start really getting out there. The people talking about it until the murder rap investigation, right? And that was what 2009.
Mm-hmm.
So how would y'all expect Snoop to know about the Big Dre thing? Only names we knew back then that I knew was mainly well, I knew the four players in the car, but that was out there that people were talking about was Orlando. Orlando. Everybody didn't know. Everybody just thought Orlando Anderson. That's all everybody knew. I don't even know if y'all really knew Keefy D name like that in the 90s. I mean, in the late 90s. So I'm not one. If y'all know anything about me, I have never been a Snoop Dogg apologist. I like Snoop, but I talk shit about Snoop just as much as I talk about anybody. But I do not believe Snoop Dogg had anything to do with the murder of Tupac Shakur. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Don Easy TV says, "Well, did he get in trouble? Will that hurt his appeal?"
It won't hurt the appeal. It just mess up your prison rights. It just make your conditions in prison harder. I really, really believe he's gonna be getting transferred to a medium by next week once that analysis come back. The only reason he definitely got to get kicked out of the RDAP program because there's too many people that done got in trouble before that got kicked out of the RDAP program. And that's one thing about the BOP. The only person that they made a concession for was that lady Maxwell. Well, I'm sure people got concessions made, but they generally don't give a fuck about no inmates. Now, if you're a rat, they may take care of a little bit, but that usually comes from up above. We'll see. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if y'all see it. Did he get moved to a medium? Telling y'all, I wouldn't be surprised. Ready to, Pooh from Cajun Block. He was a little bit after my time. Heard of him, but I know him. He was tight with one of my cousins, the Hendersons. I have a cousin that claimed over there with the Cajun Block. But the hardest Cajun Block ever, there's a guy by the name of G Ray. Y'all just know about Pooh from the YouTube stuff. There's a nigga over there named G Ray. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I'll say. So there's an old interview with Arsenio Hall and Miss Chalet. That was epic. Miss Chalet had 3 hits back in the day, y'all. That's something in your heart and think I'm nasty. Miss Chalet had a hot album. Yeah. A new Haitian Jack interview coming out, by the way. Okay. Reggie do Suge still have them women he had back in the 90s? Yeah, but his main women are different. But I still believe all the other females still call him and communicate with him. Yeah. Reggie, have you ever met Cowboy from the 60s? No, but I never met him in person, but he did a shout out for us. He did a shout out to Bomb First when we had Big Flossie go out and he shouted out me and John and Bomb First. Where was that at? Was that
That was the
Snoop?
Tupac's Walk of
Oh,
Fame.
Tupac.
Yeah.
Tupac Walk of Fame. Yeah, so he knows who we are. You see him knock out that dude this week?
I saw that.
Yeah. I didn't know Cowboy had it in him like that. Michelet was just in Indianapolis with Mike Epps. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, that's good. Shout out Michelet. Hope she making her money. They were both holding the controllers, and when the game fans see that photo, is relatable. Do you take it for the red when Fatal said he would have blast on them if he was there that night? Everybody say that, He wouldn't did nothing but duck like the rest of them did. That's all you do is duck. He might have reacted, but he would have been sitting in the passenger side. He wouldn't have been in the car with Frank. So it's easy to Monday back quarterback. Say what if I could have woulda. It's easy to say that. He had opportunities to come in the hood, come into Compton, meet up with people and go do something. That's what he wanted to do. He knew people to call. Which hurt Keefe D more, the book or his lad interviews? Well, apparently, what's the first thing that that his new defense attorney is attacking? If you look at the motion, and John pointed that out to me, and I didn't catch that until John read it. They're attacking the devices, his
Well, I didn't
computers
even
and
read
stuff.
that. I just assumed that that's what
Oh, okay.
they're trying to do. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're trying to get the stuff from the raid thrown out, from the house being raided. I just remember that was the big news, was that he had supposedly memorabilia that he was selling. He had bullets, and then they took a bunch of electric devices like iPads and computers and drafts of his book and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I just
So hearing that make me think that they trying to attack the correspondence between the writer and himself. So I guess the book, but
yeah,
they're going to be attacking the interviews as well. They're going to be attacking Vlad interview, Cal Capone, and Keefe D.
and
I'm
Art.
sorry, and Art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you think is attacking the right word, or just trying to get them removed from the court?
Same thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They're going to be saying, oh, this was said, or this shouldn't be used. This shouldn't be admitted.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
This shouldn't be admitted because the change of evidence is not taken. This is not the original file. Because I'm sure none of them going to want to give up the original files. They're going to all say they don't have it,
Right.
If they haven't already been contacted.
Yeah.
The only one publicly been saying that he's not cooperating is Vlad.
Yeah.
The other two hadn't said anything.
And we'll have to see if they do try to do the same thing for Death Row Chronicles, and then if BET turns over the footage or not.
There's another one.
Oh, his first interview. Yeah.
That's another one. But they got Mike Dorsey for that. Mike Dorsey definitely gonna help them.
Yeah.
Mike Dorsey coordinated that.
Okay.
Reggie, you ever watch Gully TV? Back in a while, a couple of years ago, me and him was tapping into each other a little bit. Then I realized he was just a clown that was trying to sell merchandise. But I haven't watched him in a while. How's TMZ getting Diddy prison yard pictures? Seems illegal. Man, do y'all know there are guards that live among us? Did y'all know that police officers and correctional officers, they don't live in a different neighborhood? They don't just all live together and go one place and just fraternize with each other. They live among us. They date people that we date. You know. And my point is, guards leak stuff out to family members, friends, and all that, and have contacts. You have it in the government. How y'all think the White House source? The White House source said this. White House source said that. You have people that have relationships with media. I used to have a relationship with Chuck Phillips like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had Chuck Phillips used to tell me stuff. I used to tell Chuck Phillips stuff, doing after the investigations and stuff. Yeah, Chuck used to meet with me all the time, telling me stuff that was going on.
And then what happened with him? Was it that article he did where he said that Biggie and them were in Vegas and that was kind of the end of his career, or no?
No.
Okay.
What happened was there was some guy that was in prison and he had a big hard on for Jimmy Hinchman.
Okay.
And it was a guy that did some paperwork on Jimmy Hinchman doing something. And the guy was in prison, but he gave the fake paperwork to Chuck Phillips.
Okay.
There was a website that used to be real good with having stuff. What was that? It was a snitch website that used to it's still around probably, but it was where everybody used to go to get court documents and stuff.
Was it the Smoking Gun?
The Smoking Gun.
Okay.
And so Chuck wrote this article quoting this paperwork. But there was this other reporter because, reporters be hating on each other and book writers be hating on each other and everything, right? And he was like, why didn't I never find this? Why isn't this paperwork in the Smoking Gun, in the court trial? And somehow he was able to prove that this paperwork was fake that Chuck had submitted.
Oh, damn.
Like it was real. Chuck didn't submit the paperwork trying to be fraudulent. He didn't create the paperwork. He believed into an informant or, a person that was in jail and he got some bad paper information. And it just messed up his credibility. And it just messed him up. And so Chuck just went into hiding. Some people can't deal with pressure and heat. And so it was that and Diddy. And then I was on him about him saying that that Biggie was in Vegas. He had an article out there too saying that Biggie was in Vegas and Biggie pulled out his gun out of his waistband and said, "Here, shoot him with mine." And I was like, Chuck, who telling you that shit? Number one, people don't give up their guns. And number two, Biggie wasn't even in Vegas. So he was just having a bad, he was starting to get duped by a lot of people. And so those three things made him look real bad. Yeah.
Sounds like he went through a little bit of what Russell Poole went through, where you just want to have a story that's, enticing, and you kind of force yourself to believe stuff that you really should have fact checked or something.
Yeah. One thing I respect about Russell Poole, and I said it before, and somebody corrected me, and I said I wasn't going to say that no more. But he never lied on nobody. Cops, when they get their mind made up like that, they would lie and create, and he never really lied. He always just opinionated. I don't remember him outright lying on anything. I don't remember about it. Yeah.
I guess the only lying, and at your point, you would be opinionated. He would say it was a cover up. Well, it's a cover up. They're trying to cover it about other cops, But,
yeah.
Which I guess
that's opinion,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Russell just was drinking. When you drinking a lot,
Mm,
you lose your train of thought.
yeah.
He just became an alcoholic. Which a lot of cops drink a lot, but that alcoholic got the best of Russell.
Yeah.
Suge managed Dana. Suge managed Jodeci and Mary J. Blige. He mainly had a lawyer from New York by the name of Paul Marshall law firm that he had go and renegotiate her deal with Uptown and got a better deal and got her signed directly to MCA. So he was considered like a management. But I heard him say on Arts Channel
Mhm.
or maybe on Collect Calls that by him doing that, he never, asked for any money from them.
Huh.
I know he also did something with he really liked Devontae Swain a lot. And I know he had got Devontae a deal to like a $700,000 from Interscope, where he was supposed to did an album on that girl, uh Don from In Vogue.
Oh yeah.
It never
Don't know.
came out. Yeah. So yeah. Um, so he did stuff like that with him. It was all about relationships. Suge was big on relationships. Suge didn't need no money from people like that, petty money like that.
Yeah.
He had money coming in. Suge only problem in life, y'all. Suge just had one problem. Well, business wise, he had other problems, but the problem why y'all give Suge a bad rap, and a lot of artists and people give a bad rap, is because he did not ever have a royalty department. If people would have got shown in black and white what they were made or was owed, I'm telling y'all, Suge Knight overpaid everybody. The guy that y'all think and gets a bad rap about being tight and all of that,
Mhm.
that's not Suge, y'all. Now, it was like wait till your father get home, which a lot of people just pay me what you owe me.
Right.
But I'm telling you, if you got the Suge and you told him you needed something,
Mhm.
he would generally make it happen. And over generally, y'all look at some of the stories that y'all hear other people tell, like Big Daddy Kane and all of them, how he offered them $1 million advances or $100,000 advances and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, Suge was generous with his money. He just didn't have an accounting department, and so
Well,
people think that they were owed more than what they probably was owed.
yeah. Well, let me ask you this because I know you said that people didn't. There wasn't a royalty department or whatever, but like let's take Snoop Dogg for example.
Okay.
All his publishing was Suge Knight Publishing or Suge
It was
Publishing.
not all. He had a 50-50 deal. He had a
He
50-50
did.
deal with everybody.
Okay. Oh, okay. That was going to be my question was if Suge did own all their publishing, then what
He did that.
royalties were they entitled to? But if to your point, if it was a 50-50, then I get it. That makes sense.
Yeah. He had a 50-50 deal.
So
But
nobody got like a check per se, like even in the Doggy Style years, Snoop never got like a quarterly check for
no.
Doggy Style. He just got pretty much
Did
an
you just hear
allowance.
me tell you he didn't have a royalty department?
Yeah, but I would think Interscope or somebody would have been on top of that.
Why? When they pay you, their job was they don't know your deal that you got with your artists.
But what about ASCAP and
That's something different. They get
Okay.
those. They would get those checks.
Okay.
That's totally different. That's just for performance.
Okay.
But he had a deal with Warner Chappell for publishing.
Oh, okay.
That's what cut him the checks.
Gotcha.
But like Tupac didn't have a publishing deal with Suge. Dre
Correct.
didn't have a publishing deal with Suge.
Yeah.
So everybody didn't have a publishing deal with Suge. We had no Vivian from a county. That's this loose cannon talking. There was nobody named Vivian that worked there. The accounting lady that worked for Suge was a lady by the name of Lisa Romero that worked the Gale Fair, and later on in life, Debbie, a white girl named Debbie. Suge didn't have no black folks around his money. Yeah.
And that's why they had Steve Cantrop and all that stuff, right? Weren't they in accounting?
No, Cantrop. That was Lisa Romero. Lisa Romero was she worked for Cantrop.
Gotcha.
Reggie, did you know Wardell Pucci? Yeah, I arrested Wardell Pucci before, aka Darnell Bowden. We told a story about him on the last live stream, Eric. We talked about him. Why wasn't there a Death Row South like there was a Death Row East? Was there ever a Death Row East?
Nope.
All of that was new stuff, y'all. All this Death Row South, East, Def Jam West. All that came after. Def Jam East West might have came. I guess because you had Richie Rich, well, and Warren G. And wasn't Martell Jordan? Where was he from? Martell Jordan.
Montel Jordan. Let's see.
But they didn't all start claiming all of that till later. Yeah.
Yeah, born in Los Angeles, Montel Jordan.
Yeah. Well, you have people out there like that, but yeah, they wasn't hollering. I don't think Warren was hollering. Warren will tell you all the time. He say Def Jam. He don't say I say Def Jam West.
Yeah.
But regulators say Def Jam. Jail felony. So I think all of that came later. Yeah. Thank you, Big Backs. Okay. Reggie and John, thanks for sharing your time tonight with us and answering a lot of my questions. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Jail felony. Do you know Terrence Gangster Williams? No, I don't know him. My boy Mogul Giant, before he kind of blew up, I don't know if Mogul Giant's still here. He used to always try to get me to interview Mogul Giant. Terrence Williams. But I used to always tell people, and I try to tell y'all, I try to just stick to things I know about. I don't try to venture out. When you start venturing out, then that's when you get tricked by guys like Ali. That dude Ali from Miami, that dude's a con man. You get tricked by people like that when you don't know much about them. And then you get caught and you be out there like you co-signing for lies and stuff like that. At least I want to be able to say, no, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. And so I wouldn't know what to say about to say if Terrence was lying or not. Reggie, you going to visit the A's Stadium in Vegas? I'm not a baseball player. I'm not like a baseball. I love the smell of baseball grass. I love that in the springtime. But once I get back walking and stuff like that, the way I feel comfortable, I would think I go to Dodger Stadium. I'm not far. I'm less than 15 minutes from Anaheim Stadium. I would go just for the peanuts and smelling the grass, just to see. I love nice green grass and nice manicure grass. I would go just for that. But I'm more of a basketball, football guy. But I watch baseball at the beginning of the season and at the end. I don't watch a bunch of baseball during the middle. Yeah. Was Poochie and Suge close? Feels like they would be pretty tight if they will call on Poochie to do the get backs on BIG. Okay. Something called Dollar Bill, y'all. Reggie, what was the best Laker game you ever saw? Well, I saw the 81. I got the ticket still to this day. when Kobe scored 81. The one that sent a chill down my throat or through my body
Pause.
was when you say both. No, you talking to somebody else. Was when Robert Horry hit that shot to make the Lakers go 2-2 instead of 3-1 against Sacramento Kings in the playoffs. Yeah, I remember the shot when Shaq tipped it out to Horry. So that was a good one. I remember a big shot that I saw Kobe hit when he banked it off and beat Miami. He hit a bank shot at the buzzer to beat Miami. That was a big one. Of course, I wasn't at that one, but one that I watched on TV when Derek Fisher hit that 3-pointer with 0.4 seconds. That was a big shot. Yeah. But the biggest one, definitely by far, that I remember all the time was the Robert Horry shot. And then, of course, when the Lakers came back and beat Indiana, but I wasn't at that one either. I was on the plane, and we were coming from Sacramento, got on the plane. Lakers was down by 26 points. Got off the plane. I think it was about to go into overtime or something. Couldn't believe that against Indiana. Yeah. Appreciate you guys for holding this open discussion. Yeah, that's how we got started. We're going back to our roots.
Mm-hmm.
Did Suge Knight get along with Birdman? I got Suge and Birdman on the phone. Birdman had called wanted to ask Suge a question. And I remember I was getting on the plane to go to Sacramento to visit Suge, and I remember getting them on the phone. Okay. That was like in 98 or something like that. And they talked and, but Suge, then I left Suge and then I started hanging back around Suge in like 2006 and 2007. By then, Suge and Birdman and Lil Wayne had some type of relationship. But Suge was always trying to beat. I remember we went to the Maloof's house and Lil Wayne was doing a video shoot at the Maloof's house in Vegas. I remember that's the first time I met Glasses Malone at that video shoot. So I say all that to say, by then they were cool, but Suge was always on some trying to get Lil Wayne from Birdman shit. And I don't think Birdman cared for Suge because he knew Suge was on some scandalous shit. Plus, Birdman was hanging around this crook dude that was doing managing like Mac 10 and them. What was it? Wavy and all them. And I'm sure Wavy was telling them, man, stay away from Suge. Stay away from Suge. So, yeah, that's the only stories I know about Suge. My boy Tata got a story where he swear this shit was snitching and got Lil Wayne and now tour bus got pulled over. Oh. I'm trying to get Tata on Vlad too. And he got some great stories he want to tell. He gonna tell Lloyd Lake. I try not to bring guys over here first because then it devalues their worth when they go on the big channels. And so I try to get them when they go on the big channels, and then we try to get their percentage off of whatever they do on the big channels. So that's why I haven't brought Tata over here yet. But I'm in talks with Vlad to get Tata over there. But Vlad on some trying to get. He think he gonna get a camera in there to see shit, and I think he ain't trying to piss off Suge right now myself. Me personally, but we'll see. Yo, Rich, the DLC was around a lot during the Chronic album, the first one, but Wright didn't hear a lot about him after that. Was he still around after the first Chronic album? or did he dip out? Well, John pointed something out to me, and John said that he wrote a lot of stuff on Doggy Style. I wasn't aware of that, but that's what John said, so I have to believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would have thought like you, just the Chronic, but John said he was around for Doggy Style.
Let me see. Doggy Style. Okay. Okay,
I think he
right.
said he did a skit or something.
Let's see. What was his real name? Do you know?
What was his dog name? I knew it. I can't think of it right now. No, I can't think of it. The White? No, not the White.
Let me see. What is DOC's real name? Okay, let's see. Tracy Lynn Curry. All
Yeah,
right.
Tracy. Yeah.
Broadus. I think you got me on this one. Hold on. Unless he's not credited, but
Yeah, I don't remember. I think he left right around.
yeah,
After the Chronic.
he's on something. He's on like the intro or something. Not like
Yeah, that's
just
what I thought you said. Yeah.
but it's funny because this article said, what did it say? Wrote the majority. Yeah.
Cause I don't think Snoop needed he had Corrupt. Right now somebody would have had to write for Dre. But Dre
Yeah.
was just mainly did a lot of production on Doggy Style.
Yeah.
I don't remember Dre rapping that much on Doggy Style.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah, you number one. You must be right. I mean, at least he's not credited. It says worked on Snoop Dogg's album and added some vocals on the song "Serial Killer." DOC wrote the lyrics for Snoop Dogg's album. What is this? The Blue Carpet Treatment or some shit? Something way later. Yeah. Now I'm just looking at his
Joe PG, what up, man? Hey Reggie, Timmy Rue watching you. Be careful. Yeah, I'm scared, Hercules. I'm scared. I'm real scared. I don't know how y'all think a nigga that rolled around Compton, used to be the police, walk the streets, then wouldn't work for Death Row, ran the label for a little while, but he wears a G-string. I don't get that. I don't get why y'all even believe that makes sense. I don't know. I ain't saying I'm the toughest guy, but I definitely wasn't no buster. I knew how to assemble things. Okay. Reggie, what's the story behind Suge introducing Pac and performing Dear Mama? That was at the house, not the House of Blues.
Thursday.
That was at the Mother's Day event at a hotel where that's one thing I loved about what Suge did. So this was Suge thinking, y'all. Suge whole thinking was there was a lot of mothers in the ghetto that were single mothers. And they had nobody, to take and show them a good time on Mother's Day. And so his thinking was, let's take them to a nice dinner. Let's just give them a break from the kid, where they ain't got to be looking at the kid all day, get mad at the kids on Mother's Day because nobody doing nothing for them for Mother's Day. Give them a nice gift, which he always gave them, like a nice little Death Row gold chain pendant. It was a nice little gold chain, little pendant gold chain. It gave him, well, he gave some mothers flowers. I remember he did flowers for some others. And just really give him a nice time in Beverly Hills. He had a nice Beverly Hills hotel. It was a nice. And give him live performance. I mean, he had people from, of course, Michelet, Chris Williams, Hammer, Tupac, which that's what led into this question. Danny Boy, the Isley Brothers, Escape. And these were on different days. All of these didn't happen the same event. But I'm just giving you two events, 95 and 96. And he had them, do nice little events like that and showed them a good time. But that's what that was, Tupac. That's why you see the picture with Tupac and his mother at the Mother's Day event. And yeah, Tupac talked about. I love how he was smart enough to acknowledge people that didn't have mothers, like he talked about Mutau, who didn't have a mother and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's the story behind that. Hey y'all, what's going on, Reg? How you doing, Miss Tab? Miss Tasha Love? I'm not saying Tasha, it's Toshia. Hey, Toshia Love, okay. The order of dialogue, could he have your enemy on the right behind you? The order of dialogue, could he have your enemy on the right?
The order of dialogue cold. He have your enemy on right behind you.
The order of dialogue. Who are we talking about, Keefe?
Either that or Judge Joe Brown and then the other judge or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he always gave you the heads up on what was.
What Keefe? Yeah, what Keefe was on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no problem with order of dialogue anymore, y'all. And so I'm past all that. So I have no problem with what he's doing. I seen a photo of Pac and Snoop performing. That's not from the House of Blues.
I think that's the one with Suge with his shirt off, Reggie, and they're in like a crowd or something.
But Snoop wasn't there.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
With no girls? No, it was just Pac and Suge.
No,
that was at the Peninsula Hotel. With the white girls you talking about?
No.
Mm.
Suge. It's you said I don't know what Suge's doing with no shirt on and a microphone.
Yeah, but Snoop wasn't there.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me find it. I don't know how.
Snoop definitely wouldn't have had his shirt off.
No, he didn't have a shirt off.
I'm telling you, this Pac and Suge. But they was at the Peninsula Hotel in a bar. That's where they were staying at. No, Suge would have took his shirt off at Club 662. It was hot in that motherfucker, but it wasn't that hot. But the one John talking about, I think, was at Club 662. But John will be apologizing to me in a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna apologize right now. Hold on. Media, add more, upload. All right. Who is that? That person on the left. I don't know who that is. I don't recognize him.
Let me see. I have to go off because I can't see.
Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, I can't text you. Anyway, it's Hammer, Tupac, Snoop, and Suge with his shirt off.
No, they're right. That's House of Blues. That's House of Blues look like. No, there wasn't no white girls on the stage. That's not the one I was talking about though with Suge and Pac. Is that Suge behind Pac?
Yeah. I'm trying
but that ain't the one I'm talking about. Where would that been at? That wasn't.
Here's another photo from it, Reggie. Hold on. This may make it more familiar with you able to tell where it is. Hold on. Oh damn, I gotta convert it. 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. It's gonna be like 45 seconds. Hold on, he left. Okay, you back?
It's one where it was Pac and Suge in the club.
Yeah.
In a little
same night. I'm about to post it right now. 1 second. Hold on. Because Snoop was wearing a blue suit at the House of Blues, so not a white shirt. In that
correct. Yeah.
Got the white shirt on, so
yeah.
Let me show you this photo.
That looked like Club 662, but I don't remember Suge getting like that.
Let me see. Add more.
See how Hammer always trying to be security. Hammer always wants to be,
Yeah.
Hammer always wants to be security.
Okay. Tell me if you recognize this one. It's from the same night, same people on the stage.
It might
but
be in Cabo. It might have been when we was out of town. No, we didn't party like that in Cabo though.
and Tupac. Oh yeah.
We didn't
But
party
you
like that. Let me look. Let me see.
has it updated yet?
Let me go away. Don't go away again. You know, when I go off. Hold on.
Yeah.
Now that's the one I was talking about though.
Yeah.
That's the one when I said, "Well, I should have got a mic in this one."
Yes. Yeah.
That looked like some Cabo shit though. I'll tell you, that's the only place where we would have been around all the white folks.
Yeah.
I can't think where.
Or
other
something
than-
the girl
Huh?
got a Corona.
Yeah,
Some kind of bar because the girl's got a beer bottle behind them. Well, I guess they are old beer bottles. So
yeah, that's not in L.A.
no.
That's either in Cabo or when they went to Belize.
Hmm.
It could have been Belize. I don't know. I always thought that I never saw Snoop in the picture,
Uh-huh.
so I always saw the one where just Suge and Pac, and I
Yeah.
always thought that was at the Peninsula. That they were just inside the Peninsula Hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know where that's at, but that ain't no club we would have went to in L.A. And that
Yeah.
wasn't Monty's. I don't know. Don't know. Yeah. Got to be out of town somewhere. Got to be in Belize. We had to be in Belize.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It was no clubs like that in LA we would have went to. We went out of town. We definitely went close 662. Yeah. That had to be either in Cabo or Belize.
Somebody said Reggie. That was you on stage with black and white shirt escorting Suge at the House of Blues.
I was with him a lot at the House of Blues, but probably not because I usually stay out of cameras. I think that was might have been Leslie or somebody.
Mm.
Because I didn't get I was on the stage at the House of Blues, but I was off to the left or the right.
Okay.
I don't like being around too many black folks. Y'all make me scared. There's too many y'all niggas around. So I would have been having my back against the wall somewhere. Reggie, do you see AI videos look so real? Yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier in the stream. And I don't have a problem with the ones where it's actually his voice talking. It's just the ones where people making up things that's the ones that I have problems with, I guess would be my answer. But if they make the AI to make the story look good, like I could go to a hologram concert with Tupac and Biggie, yo, and Big Pun. I can go watch them all on hologram and listen to their music. What y'all think about that? Would y'all want to go to a hologram concert with everybody doing their hits? You know, like Pac, DMX. Ooh, that'd be a good one. Pac, DMX, and who else? And Biggie. Somebody makes some money doing that. Pac, DMX, and Biggie. What you think, John?
For a hologram?
Yeah.
It would just depend on what would they use for the vocals. Would it just be the CD?
No, the original songs.
So it'd just be the CD playing. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. If you put it with other people that opened or closed it, it'd be good. But just to go see holograms to hear the CD play, I don't know. But I'm not a big concert person, so.
Oh, okay. See, I go and listen. I go to the casino now just to sit around at the bar, you know, the area just to listen to music.
Oh, okay.
I love DJs. See, I like lounges.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a lounge guy. Shit. This Labor Day, I was at the beach house at the pool. You remember when I went to Pachanga that weekend when I went and saw? Shit, my best time. I went and saw Charlie Wilson and Casey. I mean, and Jodeci. Not Casey. Casey and Babyface. Babyface do a good show, y'all. But my best time was sitting around the pool listening to the DJ. Better than the concert.
Yeah.
And then when afterwards that night, after the concert, we went at like a lounge and listened to a DJ. So I just like listening to music.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I just like music. DMX live at Woodstock and Park Live at the House of Blues. And that photo cut and paste the AI pitch.
The worst thing
Nah,
I
that
think
picture-
about AI is
that picture was way out. That picture was way out before AI.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's the only thing I hate about AI now is anything legitimate that comes out. Like I put that clip where Edie said that there's gonna be next year a Tupac song that will probably come out that most people don't know about, and
Mhm.
all the comments were it's probably gonna be AI. It's like I don't think
Y'all
the
can't tell the
aesthetic
difference
about
from AI. though. Every time I see something AI, I can tell the difference.
Yeah, you could tell. You could tell.
Reggie, do you think a Death Row versus Bad Boy versus battle could happen? You have to stop it. You have to stop the time. You have to cap it.
Oh,
You have to
yeah.
cap Bad Boys with what 98, 99? I guess you have to do that with Death Row. But Stu wasn't with Death Row, so yeah, I guess so. I guess you wouldn't have to cap it because they both really were dead after 99, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's
Yeah.
did he have he had somebody that did
Well,
okay. I was shocked that was on Bad Boy that I didn't even know.
Yeah, Diddy. And then he had my boy Young Jock. Yeah.
And yeah, what's his name too? What's the white guy that was beefing with Eminem? Damn, what's that guy's name?
Not Rage Against the Machine.
No, Machine Gun Kelly. Didn't he
Yeah,
have-
Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah, some Machine Gun.
Yeah, that was some shit where I just had no idea he was on Bad Boy, but he was on
Yeah, Machine Gun. Yeah, he had Machine Gun Kelly. Diddy had some actually hits. He hit miss after in the 2000s.
Yeah.
He got one I still put on the radio. The one where he's like dancing, it's like a dance song. Where you at? Yeah. It's like an old song. It's like, but it's really a dance song. I never knew the name of it, but every time I listen to it, I like it.
Huh.
What's that song, y'all? What Diddy got? That's like an old school dance song. What's the video? No, well, missing you was a hit though. Last night was a good song. Last night.
Yeah,
Man.
that was Jennifer Lopez ones. I need a girl or whatever. Remember he did those with Genuine and all that in the late into the 2000s. Yeah.
Was he in it though?
Oh yeah, they were his songs.
Oh, okay.
That's when he was, all sad that she left him or whatever.
Bad Boy for Life. Yeah, Bad Boy for Life with our boy what's his name? Mark Curry. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Bad Boy for Life. Shake Your Tail Feather. I bet you that's the one I'm talking about. Shake Your Tail Feather. Hey Google. Play Shake Your Tail Feather.
Okay, Shake Your Tail Feather by Nelly. Here it is on YouTube.
Nelly. Let's see.
Ain't son of us.
I was looking at my girl Ashanti. Ashanti getting fat on her, yo.
Try Game Sense of Oz in stores now.
Yeah, my girl Ashanti got. Nah, that's Bad Boy song. Hey Google, stop. Hey Google, stop. That's a Bad Boy song. A Bad Boys for Life. All about the Benjamins. Yeah. Did he have some? I told y'all, did he have some hits out there in 2000? Did he could put together? Well, nobody do greatest hits now, but he could have put together a nice greatest hits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't nobody hold me down. Ain't nobody hold me down. No. I need a girl. Yeah, I like that song last night with Keisha Cole. I'm telling y'all, it's one that where he be dancing. Where you at? It's like an old South song. It's off the hood. Been so long. No, not that one. I don't know. I'll think of it. Shine had Bad Boys from 2001. Yeah, Shine. Yeah, I didn't listen your bad boy music in the 90s because of pop. He said after, yeah. Biggie was good, y'all. Biggie was good. Biggie had good singles. You know, Life After Death was a great album. But that first one, that was not as good as the album as y'all think it was. What was it? The first one that he had with him on the cover at like a little baby John.
Were you talking to me?
Yeah,
What'd you say? Sorry.
I know. The first song that first album, Biggie's first album. What was that name?
Ready to Die.
Ready to Die was not a good album, y'all. Ready to Die had about 3 remixes that was released around the same time that made us think that album was good. 3 of the songs that we really love wasn't on Ready to Die. They were singles. Yeah, I like Pastor Cavassier. Yeah, I'm telling you, Biggie had some. I mean, he had some good songs. Wow, Reggie blasphemy. Why is that? You can't like Biggie? Boo boo, cuz boo boo. Okay. Did you guys get news about people taking the East Coast and West Coast beef serious? Like Europe? No. Y'all was tripping out there? What side? Who took the West Coast side? JC was the best. I think you meant Juicy.
Mm.
Yeah. I only know who his singles from that album. Yep. Was One More Chance on there? I don't think One More Chance was on. I think that was a single. I don't think that was on the album.
Let's see. I know the big one was the remix. One More
Yeah, I'm
Chance.
telling you, they were remixed that wasn't even on the album.
Let's see. Ready to Die. Let's take a look. Okay, Ready to Die. Track list is intro, Things Done Change, Give Me the Loot, Machine Gun Funk, Warning, Ready to Die, One More Chance. Yeah. So it was on there, but the big one was the remix.
The remix, yeah.
The What with Method Man, Juicy, Everyday Struggle, Me and My Bitch, Big Papa, Respect, Friend of Mine, Unbelievable, Suicidal Thoughts.
I wonder why they call me Big Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good
Probably
one.
the biggest one on it that wasn't remixed. What? Did they remix that
Well,
too?
I'm telling you, One More Chance was One More Chance on there?
Yeah, but it
One
wasn't the
More Chance?
version that everybody liked.
Exactly. Yeah. Juicy was on there. I know
Yeah.
Juicy was.
That was big. Yeah.
Yeah. Reggie, what did you eat for dinner tonight? Damn. What did my wife make me? Oh, steak and baked potatoes. I always eat steak. She always feed me ribs. That's one thing my wife do. She wakes up in the morning to cook every morning. That's one thing I give her credit for. She'll cook. She one of the Louisiana girls, her daddy, and make her cook. We don't eat that much fast food around here. She cook every morning, but see, she don't eat beef, so she got to eat because she don't eat red meat. She don't eat chicken or fish. Yeah. Already be eating like a boss. So, yeah, that's why I'm fat like one too. I'm about to start taking that's why I gotta get my head right. I'm about to start taking the shot, y'all. I just tried to take it. You remember that time I took the shot, John?
Oh yeah.
I was sick for about a week. I was like, fuck that shit.
There was one time we went to film and we were like, oh, we
No,
can't.
that wasn't for the shot. That was when I was dehydrated.
Oh, okay.
I was
But there was one
dehydrated
time where
then.
we were gonna film, but we didn't film. I remember one time we did film, but we only filmed like 2 or 3 segments.
Yeah, that's
I
when I
think
was
there was one
dehydrated.
time
I had to get
you said nope.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I was shitting and throwing up. I was fuck this shit, this Ozempic shit.
Mhm.
But what happened is I took somebody's Ozempic and they were like a 2 or some shit. They were way up there. And it was too strong for me. But now I've been reading up on it. I'm gonna start off low. I'm taking that shit. And I'm tired of being fat. I'll be looking at these throwback videos. I was like, nah, y'all say I look like I'm dying. I thought I was looking good. Like, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. I really look like I'm dying. Yeah, I'm about to get on the shot. Yeah. I'm gonna take I don't know which one I'll take. Which one is the best, y'all? My journal or Ozempic? No, Wagovi. I think I'll do my journal. I've been hearing better reviews on my journal than the Wagovi. All right, I'm taking it. I got to figure out 2 days where I could be laid up because I got therapy on Monday. So that's the thing. I got somewhere to go. One of my niece's basketball game tomorrow. So I need 2 days when I can lay up. I got to figure it out. Real cardio. I can't do no cardio, nigga. It drives me crazy just to sit up and try to walk on a goddamn walker. It drives me. I take everything in me. Reggie, did you have anything to do with until the other time? Oh man, I put that album together. I think with Hutch. Anybody that was on there, you can ask them. They tell you I was in the studio coordinating that with Molly at the state. Yeah, that's why y'all think SKG and Top Dog. Yeah, I see if you take that take Snoop, that was a bad decision. I put Snoop on the album version, but on the video version, I took Snoop off. Well, I didn't take Snoop off; he wasn't on it. We added a version with Top Dog on it, and did a with the VW and chopped the top off and all that. Yeah, but Hutch, me and Hutch really put that together. We did a lot. You ain't answered my super chat. Well, that's John. Okay, let me get it. Okay,
Yeah, I put it on the screen.
all right.
Says, what's up with Kevin Hackey interview, and also with you being security and a former cop, and how did he blend in to not tip you off that he was the Fed?
Okay, so he wasn't a Fed. One, he was an informant. He had a case that he was trying to work off. So you're not gonna tell nobody when you working as an informant to that you being an informant for the feds. But Kevin had a case. All right, so let's get that correct. Kevin, me and Kevin talk down there at least once or twice a week. He has since apologized. Kevin does a lot to help me with a lot of things, give me a lot of talk. Me and Kevin talks at least once, twice a week. But Kevin believes his value is worth more than what YouTube pays. And he's holding out and he's telling me one day something gonna come through where he and I gonna get paid doing some interviews or something. I think the Tupac crowd is fizzling out, especially after Keefe finally get convicted. I think all you nutcases gonna go away when he have to stand up in court and do an allocation where he gotta just tell what really happened and all of that. But that's another story. And also with you being a security, I owned a security company. I did very, 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 very little security. I own a security company. And but I was always told to Kevin Hackey, my chief of police used to tell me not to trust Kevin Hackey. But I didn't care. My spiel to Suge was, what would we care about being an informant? We gonna actually do is to go kill somebody? We gonna do something in front of them? We were really there to try to clean it up. The people around us really respected my guys enough not to do anything stupid in front of them. They knew what they were hiring. They knew that they had off-duty police officers working for them. So they knew they weren't going. So they weren't going to do nothing stupid in front of them. So that's the thing on that, Rafael Cabrero. Hope I answered your question. But yeah, yo, fam, please hit the like buttons for real, for real. Appreciate you saying that, Mr. Weimer. Stop eating so much. Well, you would be surprised how much I really don't eat that much. I drink a lot of soda, but I really don't eat a lot. My wife won't give me food that much to eat like that. So I drink a lot of soda. That's what my problem is, and I'm not moving enough. I don't. Yeah. But okay, you know better than I do. Reggie, was you in a private jet when Pac and Suge was mad at Snoop? No. I flew back regular, but we took them to the airport. They got on the airplane at the private. It was a private airstrip, and then me and my security went to. We flew back on a commercial plane. We flew back commercial. So no, I wasn't on there, but I was there. Got them transport, and I saw the tension. Snoop actually rolled in the van with the luggage. He didn't even get in the limo. So he knew he had fucked up that night. Yeah. That's hard. How old was Pac on the back cover? All his tats were gone. What, John showed y'all something? I don't know.
I don't
Reggie.
think so.
Oh.
That's hard. How old was Pac on the back cover? Oh, unless he's talking about until the end of time. You remember the back cover? They used a photo before he had any tattoos, really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that might be what he's talking about.
Yeah, no, I don't remember no shit like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know shit like that. I'll be honest. I'll be lying to you. Reggie, did you know Big Rebo from Park Village? Not offhand. No, not by that name. Was he a Samoan or did he live in Wilmington Arms? Where's Rafael Perez? Rafael Perez just left my house. Hey, is Rafael still in the living room? Oh, he left already? Yeah, he just left off. Him and David Mack, they were out. They were seeing if I needed them to go and do a hit on somebody else. That what you want to hear? That make you feel better? All right. Ready to see. Reggie, was you on the let's see, Reggie, was you on the flight on Snoop? Reggie, what local fried chicken spots in LA you feel the best? I like Goldenberg. You ever get a chance to go to Goldenberg? I like Goldenberg. There's a guy on YouTube, boy. He be kicking butt. I can't think of his name, but he be going around to all the different locations, tasting food. He light skinned dude. He know all the good spots, boy. He be making me look at food, and I'll be like, damn. But you know who has a good fried chicken? If you're not scared to go in there, if it, you feel bold and guts. Roscoe to me still have the best fried chicken. LA Try Guy. I think you're right. I think that is the guy I like. Yeah, he's good. He be doing all the spots. But Goldenberg, you just want to go through a drive-through. Jim Dunny is big hype, and you don't even need to be taking that death trap chance going to Jim Danny's. I like Church's Chicken, to believe it or not, but but you got to get. Unfortunately, on the chicken spots, you got to catch them on the right day and make sure the grease is right. So, correct. Yeah, young widget. You're right. Yeah. But Roscoe's, but I would, if you wanted to go to a drive-through, I would go to Golden Bird. Yeah. But they telling a guy, LA Try Guy, listen to his YouTube channel and take some of his suggestions. He be going to some spots, and he took my boy Chef Boy. No, he didn't. Somebody else took my boy Chef Boy to a spot and bought him some ticket to his house. It's on Chef Boy Instagram. And that chicken that he was biting into looked like it was good. Yeah. Yeah, Popeyes be a little bit too greasy. They not good that good. But I'm out here in White Land and they have Popeyes out here, so that's why I have to go to Popeyes. But you gotta catch Popeyes on the right day. Oh, they'd be too greasy. There's a for those of y'all out of towners that want when y'all come in here, I would suggest by Disneyland in Anaheim. There's a Roscoe Chicken. I wouldn't advise any of y'all to go down to LA, to be honest. Either the one by the airport or the new one that they just built. I would suggest y'all go to in Anaheim by Disneyland. It's a Roscoe Chicken there. If y'all really want to go and try Roscoe's. I heard of Bluebird Chicken. I haven't tried Bluebird, but I heard about them. Reggie, is it true that there's a separate CVO? There's 3 different CVOs in Compton. Tiny Lokes. I used to know their names good. The Chicano, Tiny Lokes, and El Serrano's, El something. There's 3 different sets of CV7Os though. Order for pickup and DoorDash. El Polo Loco is good. If, you know, that's a different type of chicken. That's baked. You know, but I eat Polo Loco. The better Mexican chicken spots like Ralph Polo. What is that? El Polo Loco. No, not El Polo Loco. El Polo, Juan El Polo, or something like that. They're pretty good. Best barbecue in LA. Most will say Woody's. You know, Service Spoon, if you want some more chicken and you want to go to a breakfast spot in Inglewood, if you want to go somewhere and sit down, Service Spoon is a good spot to go to. But they mainly just a breakfast spot. They close about 2 or 3. Yeah, Polo Campero. Places like that I like better than El Polo Loco. Juan El Polo, yeah, that's it. El Polo. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we got about 9 more minutes. We're gonna get off at 10. I promise John we'll be off soon. Louisiana Chicken, yeah. They kind of went down, y'all. Them and then Jim Denny. No offense to no race, but the Asian people done took over Louisiana. Yeah. I don't mean that in no disrespectful way. Reggie, are you going to QVD trial in February? I hope to be subpoenaed so I can get the trip paid for by the state of Nevada. I love how Gap Tooth was trying to say, Reggie want to be the star witness. Jesus Christ, you know that they have to call you. You can't just stand up. I guess he was watching the show Mama Girl, where everybody stood up in court, or New Jack City. I'll testify. Where everybody just started raising their hands, talking about they gonna testify. I guess, well, he should know how it works, because when he got caught selling dope around the school and, you know, selling cocaine, yeah, when he was doing it, it's so funny to me. Somebody called a failed drug dealer, a failed security guard, and this motherfucker he can't even get 3,000 views on YouTube. He can't. I don't even think he got a greatest hit album up there. I don't even think sold 2,000 streams yet.
Mm-hmm.
But everything is negative on Reggie. Reggie will fail this, fail that. But he lives in his He done lived in 4 different apartments in 2 years. And I'm not gonna talk about people that live in apartments and stuff, but you do, motherfucker. and you living off your wife's salary because we know what you're making on YouTube. And in your bankruptcy, we saw it that she works as some type of teacher aide, and that's all the money that y'all got coming in. And when me and you was talking, you tell me, "Yeah, man, I be picking up my kids from school, and they hear you calling me gay."
Yeah.
Well, then why the fuck you got your kid? Why you riding around in your car listening to Reggie Wright all goddamn day for? Don't be listening to Reggie Wright in front of me, in front of your kids. If that's what you're worried about, you worried about your 8, 9-year-old kids hearing somebody calling you gay. Niggas are funny to me. Yeah. Did you attend the Soul Train special with Pac where Michael Jackson performed? I don't remember that. No. Put some AirPods on at least. Okay. I don't remember that. Is that the time when he had the suit on? The black suit? 'Cause they did have a Soul Train special event one that year where he didn't act a fool. Because the one time we acted a fool at, but there was another time when they came and they didn't act a fool. And I remember Pac had like a tuxedo, a black tuxedo on or something. But I wouldn't have known who was performing. I don't remember. Yeah, I think that was the 25th anniversary one. Yeah. Yeah, we was there. I just don't remember. I don't remember who was performing. I keep telling y'all just don't know. But I was a Michael Jackson fan, so I was more of a Janet Jackson fan. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Reggie, you were bumping B.I.G. in your Lexus, yeah. 96. Do you feel any particular way with the Bad Boy beef running into Big at the Soul Train Music Award? Being a fan of his music? Well, just because I was listening to his music, I wouldn't call myself a fan, but before Pac came to Death Row, and let's see when he comes to Death Row, October of 95. I'm telling y'all, we used to hang out with Bad Boys, y'all. They came to the what you call that? When we had that murder was the case release party in New York. Me and Suge went up to Puff's office and met with Puff one time. I remember some type of like a urban network or something like that conference we were at, and we seen Puff. Well, the time that night at the tunnel, we saw Puff and them. We saw Biggie perform at the Palace or the Palladium. I forget which one. The one that's over there by Capitol Records. For those of y'all that live in LA, at least 3 or 4 times, Biggie was always performing out here. So, I know we know the Big Jake situation and all of that happened then. But all of that happened after the Soul Train Awards thing. That happened in September of 95. Prior to that, we were kind of cool with Bad Boys, y'all, if we're keeping it real. And so I didn't really know of the beef until, I wasn't in there listening to the music, what Pac was rapping about. And that was probably like November of 95. So I didn't really understand the beef then. I knew that he didn't like Big, but I didn't really understand it like that. So, yeah. There's too many musical biops. Y'all hear about Michael Jackson biop about to come out, huh? That looked like it's gonna be done good. Antoine Fuqua did that. I wonder if him and Suge relationship is cool where they could do one again. I'd like to see him. If he do a good job on this Michael Jackson one, Antoine Fuqua might be the man to do one for Suge. I know they had a relationship at one time. But what y'all think about the Michael Jackson one that's about to come out? Look like it might be good. We'll see. Very much. Okay. All right, y'all. So we got two more minutes. Anybody got any super chats that really want to get a question answered? Go ahead and send it. I'll keep. I saw Michael Jackson Broadway show in New York. It was dope. Yeah. If you got a guy that could dance and act like Michael, you can get a good show. Should make another Tupac buyout. Better than the one we have. Documentaries feel better. You didn't like Dear Mama? I thought Dear Mama was good. I didn't like who they picked to do it, but I thought Dear Mama. What you think about Dear Mama, John?
What the hell's Dear Mama?
Okay, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Oh, the documentary?
Yeah,
I thought it was great.
yeah. See, that's what I thought. Yeah.
But it was a
What was it
biopic.
called?
Are you
What
talking
was it
about
called?
biopics or documentaries?
Well, we were saying both. He was just saying they
Oh.
needed another one, and I was just saying I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Did I say the name wrong?
No. You said it right.
Oh, okay.
You're right. I just was. I really tuned in for. I tuned out for a second, and when I came back, I was like, "What's Dear Mama?" And it took me a minute to remember there was the Hulu, not the Hulu, but the FX documentary. Yeah. No, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I thought
just
so
don't
too.
like, and that's me being picky, but I just don't like when they have people on there that don't know the full story, and then they push.
Well, see, y'all gotta remember though, John, and what I know you know more because you're a Tupac fan. But if you're just talking about death row stuff, it was only 11 months of his life.
Yeah.
So I understand why people like legs and because it mainly was about the mother, really.
Right.
So I understand why people like that was in the documentary or the bio. What was it? A documentary or a bio?
Yeah, that was a documentary.
That was a documentary.
Yeah, a biopic is like a movie on somebody's life.
Okay.
Like All Eyes on Me. That would be his biopic.
Okay. Okay,
Which
Jason.
wasn't terrible. It just wasn't good.
Yeah. Jason Jocelyn because LT pocket most of the money. LT was right out here riding around on. He was right out here riding on yachts and boats and shit. LT was riding around in a Bentley. LT was just spending all that money. Reggie, you used to live on Hemlock and Graham in Moreno Valley. What was the name of that street? It wasn't that though. 21 340 21 Moreno Valley. Was it Helock? It wasn't that street. It wasn't what you said. But I did used to live in Moreno Valley, but it wasn't that address. It was 2140, and that was the first house I bought when I was 19 years old. What was that address? 21430. What was it? I can't think of. I used to know the name of that street. Hemlock. It wasn't no Hemlock and Graham. But it was a Brock Homes. I forgot the name of that address. But yeah, I did live in Moreno Valley in 1986. I bought a house out there in 1986. I started buying it. Well, closed escrow in 1986. Yeah. Yep. All right, y'all. So we about to wrap it up. I was talking about All Eyes on Me movie, not the documentary, Dear Mama. Okay. That was a great show. Gotcha. Okay, so you was mainly talking about the one that LT did. Yeah. I didn't like that the Hughes brother did it because I know how Paco was almost violated behind that. Probably would have been violated to be honest, because he was go back to court on the 13th of September.
Yeah.
He probably would have went and did 30 days, to be honest, keeping it real. But So that's why I always feel Alice shouldn't have been a part of it, but who am I? Reggie, was all the neighbors cool in Malibu? I didn't live the houses in Malibu. I just rented it and I just had the credit. Suge and his baby mamas lived in those houses. I didn't live in the houses. I lived in Marina Del Rey. That's what my house was. Marina Del Rey, Ladera Heights, Moreno Valley, and Corona. And Compton were the only places I ever lived. Yep. Reggie was all the name. Oh, yeah. I was talking about, okay. All right, y'all. So appreciate y'all coming on. We just want to jump on. I know we didn't really talk about nothing, cover too much, but we'll just try to answer questions. We got all of these clowns out there just feeding y'all brains. Well, I know the ones that come over here, y'all don't believe all that negative bullshit. But, I just wanted to come and answer your questions if y'all had something. And just to interact, just to let y'all know, Bomb First not dead. Shout out to my boy John and James over there with Mobbing with Mob. Let me get it right. Mobbing with James McDonald. Y'all go over there and subscribe to that channel if y'all haven't already did so. James got some interesting interviews up. If you want to hear adult stuff, I guess. If you want to hear positive stuff, he doesn't want to be like Reggie and talk shit. So if y'all want to go hear some adult men talking, y'all can go over there and check out his show, Mobbing with with James McDonald. And it's a good listen to if you're in your car and just driving and want to, roll around and talk. I heard him and John say that they're gonna do a live coming up where y'all can do some Q&As with them. So y'all be on the lookout for that. As a matter of fact, go over there and subscribe for it right now and then come back. We're gonna wait while y'all go over there and subscribe to Mobbing with James McDonald. We're not gonna exit until we get at least 10 to 15 new subs. John be able to tell that he got 10 new subscribers. So I know at least 10 to 15 y'all over here that's not subscribed to that channel yet. I appreciate if y'all go over there and subscribe to that channel right quick so we can get him up to 11,000. Because I think he was just a few short of getting 11,000 subs, which is great for they only been up like 2 months, if that, a month and a half, and they got 11,000 subs already. So if y'all can go over there and subscribe to James' channel, and so y'all get a quick notification when he about to go live, and he gonna do a Q&A real soon. If I gotta drag him by the few teeth that he got left, I gotta drag him and make him do it. He gonna do it so he can interact with y'all. All right. Thanks for answering the questions, Reggie and John. Yes, sir. Thank you, T. Salute. Thanks. Okay. So please, y'all go over there. Go over there and subscribe right quick. Mobby. Let's see. Let me say it again. Mobby with James McDonald. Y'all go over there and subscribe yet? All right. I ain't gonna force y'all. But we appreciate y'all over here at Bomb First.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't never heard me ask y'all to go and subscribe to Bomb First, but I'm asking y'all to go and subscribe over there. Y'all ain't never heard me say click and subscribe and hit the like button. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't never heard me say that, right? But I'm asking y'all to do that for James. All right, y'all. Peace.